And looking at the final figure from DC Direct's Batman Arkham Asylum, today's toy spot, we're going to be looking at Series 2, Poison Ivy. Surprisingly enough, another peg warmer between the Zsasz and the Poison Ivy. These were the two figures of Series 2 that at least this guy found everywhere that he looked. The Armored Batman and the Bane were the hardest of the two figures, or of the four figures to find. In fact, I can go to my local comic book store now and I think I can still find Poison Ivies. I can certainly find Zsasz's, but I'm pretty sure I can find Poison Ivies as well. I'm thinking this might be a figure that is one of those, it looks all right in a package, but maybe once you get it out of the package, it's a little bit nicer. Fingers crossed. Speaking of packaging, the packaging features the classic and now reused design, the bat cowl overlooking, or with the moon background there. Trying to find exciting ways to describe this packaging. I'm running out of ideas. It's not bad packaging. I do at least like the fact it's got the bat cowl look design to it. That's kind of neat. On the back of the package, the figures that make up this wave, we've got Bane, Zsasz, we got Armored Batman, and the Poison Ivy. Still don't like that Zsasz. There's a read up down below, but I won't read it. I've already read it a couple of times, and I'm sure if you guys have seen enough of these reviews, you probably have had people read them to you a couple of times already. I'm not going to bore you guys with another read up. What we are going to do though is we're going to get this opened up, and we'll have ourselves a look at the figure. There's more on the way. Stay tuned. And I will say, once out of package, the Poison Ivy actually is a decent enough figure. Yes, it has flaws. It has flaws here and there that I will point out as I'm doing the review of it. But overall, not really all that bad. Let's get it out of the way, the least interesting aspect of the figure. Take her off. She does come with the black standard display stand, found with all the other Batman figures from this wave and the other waves. And most DC Universe or DC Direct figures you'll find nowadays seem to all come with this standard display base. Have yourself quite a little collection going on, just display bases. Put that aside, just put that down at the bottom there. And let's have a look at Poison Ivy. We'll zoom in first to the sculpt on the head. And I really like the look of the Poison Ivy figure. Yes, it does have the problem that other people have commented on, and that's the hair. Really, really nice side profile of her, but she's got this weird hair going, like she's in that sound room. You know that sound. You know the old commercial where the guy sits in the chair, the lazy boy chair, and he turns on the stereo and it blasts his hair, and he's got glasses on. Kind of looks like she's doing that, or she looks like the Bride of Frankenstein. The fact that, despite the fact she's got this hair blown back, which is not that big of a deal, really, despite that, it's a really nice looking figure. The sculpt on the face is decent enough. Now she's got this vine work that runs all the way through her body, from her hair and her face area, in her chest, also in the mid torso, and in the legs. She's got these little vines going on here. And as other people have commented, I'll comment on too. Would have been nice, they've got that sculpted there. It would have been nice if they had actually just applied a coat, an actual coat of paint to these vines. Just slightly darker, not as dark as the leaves, but just slightly darker than this light lime green that they've given her skin. Just something that these vines actually will pop. As they stand now, they don't really pop all that much. And seeing as we've zoomed into Poison Ivy's crotch, let's maybe zoom back out a little bit there. The figure itself is decent. it is definitely a decent figure. She's got herself an Arkham jacket going on there. I just wish the hair wasn't as, as it is. If it was just, if it was just down a slight bit, even just a slight bit, I think it could really add to how nice this figure looks. But it just does kind of look a little weird. But the face sculpt is really, really nice. In the way of Poison Ivy's articulation, she has a ball-jointed head. She has a swivel, a pin and socket swivel in the shoulder, which will allow the shoulders to bend out and also rotate all the way around. She can rotate at the forearm, she can bend at the elbow. You can have her have her hand against her waist. She can also be pointing, saying, "Hey, you. Hey. Hey." I got no joke to go with that. Way to go, Spot, you've dropped the ball. She's also got a swivel in the legs that will allow the legs to move back and forth. No articulation in the knees, no articulation in the feet. Probably sacrificed due to the fact of the sculpt on the vines. A really solid figure. The hair could be a little bit better, but overall I really like this figure. I would definitely prefer this figure over the Zaz any day. Any day of the week, my friends, I would prefer this Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy here, I gave Zaz, what, a 5? Poison Ivy certainly deserves a little bit better than a 5. I think I'm going to give Poison Ivy here a 6. You know what? 6.5. There, I'm throwing it out there. 6.5 to Poison Ivy. It may be a really windy day, but Poison Ivy still looks pretty good. Today's Toy Spot, we were having a look at the DC Direct Arkham Asylum Series 2. Today we're looking at Poison Ivy. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time.